What's going on, everyone? Neil Henderson here over at Clearview Plastics in Sacramento, California. And I'm back in the workshop today because we just finished one of our newest enclosures that you might be pretty stoked on. It is the extension kit for the Xtool D1. Check this out. Okay guys, so here's the new enclosure with the Xtool D1 extension kit. And the way this new enclosure system works, or this extension, is that we use the original enclosure and then we add on the extension there. And this helps it so that it keeps things a little bit more cost sensitive and then just kind of easy as well. So what comes inside of this new extension kit is that we still use the rear panel that was from the original enclosure, and then we've got, it comes with two side panels and then two top panels, and that two top panels creates a rear door that folds all the way back just like that. And then you can see I got some wiring routed in there. This is essentially our Pro package, which includes LED lighting that we've fitted for this enclosure. And then with this setup, we actually put this LED strip on the back so that we're kind of acting as if we're using this enclosure from the front. And here, let's just get that to sit down just a little bit better. There we go. And so you can see this fits together really, really well. And it really it still hugs the Xtool D1. The feet still sit on top of the feet for the enclosure, so that makes it really portable. You probably need two people to move a laser of this size at this point, but what you can do is you can literally just lift up the laser, and the enclosure and laser kind of travel in one piece. So that still makes it quite portable. And so some of the latest, some other accessories that we've also developed for this are these kind of like, we call them skirts. And that they kind of slide right into this media port. So we developed this media port from the beginning so that you can take really, really big media and you can just slide it right in. And that you can put it in the front. So the front has these installed. And they just snap right in, snap right out. It's like a 5-second modification. And then in the back, you can see that it slides all the way out. So the purpose of these skirts is that it just kind of helps with some of the vacuum efficiency and kind of creates a negative pressure inside to stir up some of the smoke so that the fan can exhaust it out a little bit more efficiently. And then on the inside, we've got our kickstands. So these are fold-up kickstands, and they work basically just like like you're propping up your hood on your car. And they connect up to the magnetic buttons on the top panel. And then another accessory that we offer is on the Pro kit are these, this is called the lift kit. So it's essentially 4 feet, and you can see that it's got a design in there that actually fits right onto the feet of the enclosure. So this is just a fast way to prop up your enclosure if you need additional height to, if you've got some like really large media, it just gives you some additional height. Or if you're doing like a really large tumbler, this is pretty handy. So it basically, you just lift up the enclosure, place the foot right under there, and you get an extra inch of clearance. And so that's like a 30-second modification rather than like a 3 to 5 minute modification to attach the legs. So back to the extension. With this extension, it's still is compatible with the 2 legs that are provided by Xtool. So you get 11.75 inches of clearance on the inside. So we've got, you can see that I've got the 2 levels of legs attached on, and then we're still getting about an inch of clearance from the actual laser head up there. And also this is compatible with air assist. So we've got this wiring grommet placed right in the back. And so what you can do is you can just route your air assist right through that wiring grommet up to your laser head, however you want to do it. Or you can also route your air assist through the side media ports as well. So that's a pretty handy spot as well. So to finish things off, I wanted to go over a couple questions, just call them frequently asked questions that people have about these enclosures, and just to kind of maybe answer some things that that I don't type that well about, or that are a little bit more confusing inside of text. So the first one, will it fit the rotary? The answer is absolutely yes. So we designed this again to fit the 2 feet extensions that Xtool offers. And you have, otherwise, whatever other modifications that you have, if it fits within 11.75 inches of total height, then you're golden. Cool. Let's see here. Also, other accessories, is it compatible with the honeycomb? It absolutely is. That fits right inside, which, by the way, we also have a fitted MDF spoil board. Let me show you real quick. This is the fitted MDF spoil board, and this is fitted basically for the original D1 enclosure, so that it fits right into the feet. So this is CNC cut, super nice, fitted really well. So you can basically you can burn your own grid on there for alignment, and we kind of we cut these notches in there so that it helps to lock that in there so your grid stays in place. So let's see your next question. Is it compatible with the Lightburn camera? Essentially, yes. There's not always a super straight answer on this, because the Lightburn camera has different field of view, or that has different options for field of view, or how wide it goes. So with the field of view, as long as you have a 90-degree or greater field of view with your camera, then you should be able to get the full view of the 400 millimeter by 400 millimeter burn area. Kind of makes sense? And that's within 11.75 inches of height. With the extension, you can probably bet you're going to need 2 cameras to cover that distance. Even if you have a wider field of view, like 180 degrees, you're really not going to be able to see very much around the boundaries outside, like the minimum and maximum of the burn of like the workable area, because the camera just can't handle good definition at that distance. Kind of make sense? Go. Let's see here. Does your enclosure work with, call it XYZ accessory, or this accessory or that accessory? Maybe. We really only test out what is done from Xtool directly, and there's a million mods out there for these things. You know, to raise up your gantries, to you know, there's too many options for us to test everything. So what I usually say is, this is a box, and as long as it fits within the bounds of those boxes and it allows the machine to articulate, you're in pretty good shape. All right. Next one, let's see here. What is the best way to exhaust and to filter? So what I tell people is, you absolutely want to be able to exhaust outside unless there is just absolutely no option to do so. For those that want to do a filter, the best option is, there's a company called BOFA, that's BOFA, and they make laser specific industrial filters for this purpose, and that they're quite expensive, to be honest with you. The reason that I still really don't encourage it is that the filters get dirty rather quick, especially with this type of work. With people burning onto wood and to leather, it kind of produces a bit of soot. So in turn, these filters run on HEPA filters and on carbon, activated carbon, to get rid of the fumes. And what you're going to find out in this is that the HEPA filters are going to plug up really, really fast, and you're going to need to service them often, and they're actually quite expensive. So I think Xtool even offers one in particular. I haven't used it. They don't really offer any great high tech or like defined technical details. So I don't really, I can't really subscribe to it, or I can't say that it's great or that it's not. So that said, it's best to just exhaust this stuff outside. So in some cases, people will install what's basically a dryer vent, as if they like from a clothes dryer. These are available at Home Depot, and they're relatively cheap. And then what you do is you just use 4-inch, what is essentially also like a clothes dryer exhaust hose to push out there. So what we do offer. A lot of people use like an inline fan. You'll want something about 200 CFM or greater. The greater side would be more like 0.5 horsepower or 1 horsepower blower fans. This could be from something like a dust collector, but a 200 CFM fan works pretty well. And what we actually offer, those inline fans kind of get a little bit large. So what we offer is something more compact. So this is our high output fan right here. And this one is a 200 CFM fan. And I've got this set up to a speed control. I think this is actually the speed control that you get with that. I've got this one set up for the lighting to dim it. So with this speed control, if I turn this on, you can hear it's got some sound to it. Again, this is our high output, so we designed this so that it is there to extract as much air as possible. And you can turn it down to about half, and then it's much quieter. And so, like even after you finish a burn, you can kind of set it on that quieter setting so that it's not quite so loud. So this bracket fits right onto your common dryer 4-inch exhaust hose. Super easy. You're gonna, when you buy these things, they're very available on Amazon. And kind of I recommend kind of the more plastic lined ones, or I think they're PVC. And then they come with a little like clamp. You can just clamp it right around, and then it helps to really it helps to really get you good, efficient flow from there. This can be a big deal. So you might find out that you want to seal up your exhaust system after the fact. You might find out that you want to seal up your exhaust system after the fact, because there's still going to be air that leaks out. So if you're very sensitive to the smoke, then you'll want to make sure that you seal it up well. And if you're finding out that you want more flow out of your enclosure, then what you want to do is you want to increase efficiency, and that could be by either a stronger motor, or you could double up fans, or you could also use a smooth wall pipe. So instead of using like a ribbed exhaust port that that is used with this dryer line, then you might want to go to like a smooth wall hose, which might be like a PVC pipe, and that allows the air to escape much faster. Or you can also shorten the distance of your exhaust. All of those are helpful to get you better exhaust efficiency. Let's see here. Next up, do laser filtering panels mean that I don't have to wear safety glasses? No, that does not. We recommend it's awesome for, especially if you have little ones or if you have pets that don't know better, to not look at the laser. then what the laser filtering panels are, we've actually, our laser filtering panels are spectrometer tested and to block up to 99% of the light that is produced at the 450 nanometer wavelength. It works actually up to about 500 nanometers. It blocks the majority of the light, and that is the wavelength that the laser operates at. So when you're actually using this, you'll still see some flashes, and that's basically different burn rates produce a different wavelength, but it really reduces the amount of flashing that comes out of this laser. And then it is safety. It is more safe. However, we cannot offer safety and health claims with this. So that said, you still need to wear your safety glasses. Make sense? Got it. All right. So let's see here. Next question. Will your enclosure fit the 20-watt laser head, the new 20-watt laser head, and also the Pro variant? It absolutely will. So again, we're essentially dealing with a box here. And as long as it fits within the bounds of the box, then you should be good to go. So the new 20-watt laser head or the Pro, it's basically based on the same frame size and frame dimensions. So it will absolutely fit without a doubt. It's a super easy fit. And let's see here. Does the enclosure fit other brand lasers? This enclosure is specifically dialed and tailor fit for the Xtool D1. So this one likely will not fit other lasers, but we do make other laser enclosure models that fit other lasers as well. And then we also have a universal enclosure as well that will fit a wider variety of lasers. So let's see here. What if the enclosure doesn't function the way that I want it, or I just want it, I want changes to be made to the enclosure? The best bet is a lot of people want it to fit this mod or that mod. The best thing that I can say is that you'll want to be handy and strategize and to be able to mod yourself. And so we're always here to help. You can pop us an email at contact@clearviewplastic, or you can go to the contact tab at clearviewplastic.com, and plastic is singular in that. And we do our best to help out. If you do have questions, try to keep them a little bit more simple, or a little bit, or have some research done first, and then that way, it takes a while for us to really kind of type up thought responses. So just keep that in mind. But when you do email us, or if you do call, you get skilled answers. And so oftentimes you're going to be talking to me directly. So I'm always happy to help out to get your laser going. So again, my name is Neil, and I'm the owner here at Clearview Plastic. And if there's anything I can do, just pop us a ring or go on to clearviewplastic.com. Thanks.